Hoya, Hoya, Hoya. What can I say? I love Hoyas. Hello plant community, thanks for tuning into this channel. My name is Pam, and today you guys, I'm just going to bring you along and show you my Hoya collection. I believe in the last couple of videos or a video ago, I asked you guys if y'all would be interested in seeing my entire Hoya collection. Some of you guys responded, thank you by the way, and said that y'all would be actually interested in seeing my collection. Now my collection is a good size. I would say I have roughly almost about 30-ish Hoyas. So yeah, so grab something to drink because this may just take a little bit of time, but let's come along. I'm gonna show you guys the Hoyas that I have hanging first, and then we can go outside and actually see the update of the two Hoyas that I actually have hanging on my front porch. So let's come and take a look at those first. Okay, so now we're out on my front porch. If y'all remember, I decorated my front porch and using some of my plants that I had inside. And I wanted to put my Hoyas out front. This is the beautiful Hoya Crimson Princess. As you can see, there's a peduncle right here forming. Very beautiful. And it's been doing pretty good. It's still pretty full. Haven't really had any issues. Just been loving it out here. And let me see if I can, look how red that is. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? Absolutely beautiful. Now I have another one over here that actually has bloomed. And I noticed when my Hoyas are outside, you guys, the blooms are huge. I'm hoping the camera will pick it up. It's a very beautiful bloom and full. And this one was, even though I think it's a Crimson Queen, I'm not sure if it's the same because this was actually sold to me as a Hoya tricolor. Can y'all comment below and let me know if that's one and the same as far as that, or are they saying that it's a tricolor because this is solely nothing but just green foliage? But either way you look at it, I just love the way it looks. It's happy being outside. And even though this one is bloomed, it does have another little let's see, peduncle right there, forming right there. So yeah. Okay, so this Hoya is my Crinkle 8. It's hanging in my bedroom, and I just love it because of the shape of the leaves, and look how well those beautiful dimples are. I just love the dimples. It's very full. It's not growing too fast, which is fine. As you can see, I do have it right by the window. I can't remember the direction that this window is, but it's getting very dappled light, very full, and very beautiful. Over here, you guys, is my Hoya Chelsea. I'm just showing you guys because it's just too much of a chore getting these babies out of the macrame. But this is also another plant that's by a window. Can't remember the direction, but you guys, I really love the beautiful shape of the leaves. And this is also another plant that has beautiful, I guess, dimples, like this indentation right here. It's a slow grower because I'm not giving it a lot of light, and that's okay. But if you look at it, you'll see that these growth points that you're seeing, that is something new that's going on this growing season. So I am grateful that it is starting to grow, but it can take its time because I don't really need it to be that full and lush in here because I do have several hanging plants in my bedroom. Okay, so now we're back inside and I'm about to show you the rest of my collection. But what did y'all think about the Hoyas that I have outside on my front porch? I think they're doing amazingly well. I've been maintaining the water. It's been very more humid of a summer than I'm traditionally used to here in Maryland, but you know, the plants are thriving and I love it. So before I actually start showing you guys the other Hoyas, I wanted to run an idea by you guys. Because like I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying it until I can't say it again, that this channel is really not only about me and my plant collection, but about you beautiful plant people as well. And one of my subscribers, Lisa, by the way, thank you so much, because she really was the driving factor for this idea that I have, but I won't be able to pull it off, or this series that I want to do, without you guys. So anyway, Lisa reached out to me, she DM'd me, and she showed me some pictures of her plant collection, which I thought was absolutely beautiful and very amazing, and I was extremely impressed. And you know, it brought my heart joy to actually see a fellow lover of plants, their collection as well. So I had this idea, you guys. I'm not quite sure what title I'm going to give it yet, but I would love to do a series that's focused on you guys, because without you, I wouldn't even have this channel. I wouldn't even be able to grow a plant community. And you know, I need y'all help to help me grow this community. And y'all are equally important to me. I love conversing with y'all, chatting with y'all. But I just thought it'd be a great idea. And y'all can comment below, or you can DM me and let me know whether or not if you would be interested in this. But I'm thinking, why not give you guys an opportunity to show me your plant collection, or at least your favorite plants. So what I would want from you guys is just your name, where you're from. If you want to give me any reason as to why you selected the plants that you're going to show me, you can do that as well. And I just want to make it challenging for you guys. If you could just pick maybe the top 3 to 5 plants of your favorites out of your collections. You can send me the pictures via DM, and I will create a video for you guys and take your plants and show the entire community what you guys are growing and how well they're doing. Or if you're having any challenges or struggles, we could do that as well if you like. And just turn it into a Q&A session where we can get everybody's perspective on how I can take care of this plant. Comment below, let me know if that would be something that you would be willing to participate in. If so, if you are willing to participate in it, come and follow me on Instagram. You can DM me, like I said. Send me your photos, your name, and where you're from. And if you want to give me a small, quick, brief description as to why you selected the plants that you did, and I'll be more than happy to put it in a video and just share it with the entire community. So it would bring my heart joy if y'all would be willing to come along for the ride as we go down this crazy plant journey together, so to speak. So that's pretty much it for that. Let's go back to the show and tell, guys, because that's why you clicked on this video, right? Not to hear me talk, but to look at these Hoyas. So let's jump right into it. I'm not going to show y'all, you know, I have several Hoya Crimson Princess. And if y'all watched a few videos in the past, I had this huge one. I'm not going to show that in this collection because honestly, you guys, the thing is heavy, and I brought all my Hoyas kind of like in this area, and it would have just took up the space. But if you really want to see how full and lush that is, you can check the video I just recently posted, maybe I guess last week by the time you see this one. So anyway, we showed the Hoya Princess. Now I'm going to show you the Hoya Crimson Queen that I have. And she is growing beautifully. Look at that. So full. And this one is also blooming for me as well. Here, and I have actually it's multiple blooms on this one. This one, it hasn't opened up yet, and then there's another one down here. Let's see. That hasn't opened up yet, but you guys, look at this. It is absolutely beautiful. The beautiful part I love about Hoyas, I definitely love the pink hues that it gives, the all white leaves. And even this side. Okay, it's another, I just realized it's another peduncle, but this one has been one that has been blooming. And this has grown really vigorously in my care. Honestly, when I first got the plant about 2 years ago, it was barely hanging over the pot. So the fact that it is just going, and like I said, the blooms for me is like the icing on the cake. But even if the Hoyas didn't bloom, I would be okay with it. My next Hoya I'm going to show you is my Hoya Finlaysonii, and I absolutely love this Hoya. The jagged edge of the leaves, and look at the color, you guys. And this is the newest leaf, and it's sizing up. It's starting to size up. And I wanted to show you something which I thought was pretty unique and cool. But do y'all see this? That is a peduncle forming or blooms forming, and it's quite unique. I haven't seen this. Will be the first time if it actually opens up. It'll be first time I actually experienced this Hoya to bloom. But what was interesting to me is the actual formation of it looks like the pattern of the actual leaf. Is it just me, or you can actually see, hope the camera's picking it up, you can actually see like the lines in it, and it's just so green, just like the leaves itself on this plant. Very beautiful. And I'm gonna hold this plant because I want to show you all the Calistophylla. I actually brought this plant first because I wanted the Hoya Calistophylla, and at the time it was extremely pricey. And I got this plant because it kind of reminded me of it a little bit, had some similarities to it. But let me just, now this is my Calistophylla. I believe I just recently showed you guys. The only thing that's probably similar in regards to the plant, you guys, is maybe possibly the veination, except for this one is a little bit more x-rayed and this one is a little bit more darker, and the leaves here is a little bit more lighter. But this one, they both feel like a cardboard type texture. Now this one has been the fastest growing one between the two in my care, even though I did get this plant after this one. It's just, this has just recently started showing signs of growth. But I just wanted to show y'all to maybe do some form of comparisons. As you can see right here, I have little leaves right here, and actually four little leaf growth points. And it's only done that when I decided to actually have it. I had it like sitting right here underneath my grow light, but I had moved it and put it in a macrame to be closer to the window, and when I did that, that's when I noticed that the growth points really started coming out. But this plant is absolutely gorgeous. I just love the leaves, the color, the shape, everything about it. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. My next plant is gonna be my Hoya, what is this? Is this the Macrophylla? And this is another one of my oldest Hoyas that I love so much. You guys, the leaves are starting to size up. I have a lot of little peduncles, but nothing has come out of it yet. This plant flowered for me maybe a couple of times last year, but the blooms did not really stay strong on this plant, and that's okay because the beauty of it. I wanted to show y'all this leaf. Isn't this leaf absolutely gorgeous? This is the latest leaf, but I love the color pattern, the watercolor structure of it. It's kind of crazy to me because some leaves have the green color, and then some leaves actually show signs of the creamy color. So I don't know if it's like two different kinds combined in one. You know, this plants have beautiful personality. Guys, look at the leaves though. I mean, it's like if you did a comparison on my hand, it's really sizing up. Like, look at that. The leaves are definitely getting bigger on this plant. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love this plant so much. And I also wanted to, this is the plant that I did several propagations, and I gave some to a couple of my friends as well for like a little gift. And I want to show you this. This is another propagation that I kept, and I decided to put it on this wall mount. Last year, I have it hanging in my dining room wall, and it's just getting light literally from my artificial lighting. And look at it. I think it's beautiful. It bloomed for me last year, amazingly, even on the wall. I'm not quite sure if it's going to do that again this year, but it did do it last year. And I don't know. I love the way that it looked. It's kind of split right here. This board piece, you guys, I had got from the craft aisle in the dollar store. And I just thought of just doing this. And I thought it was cute. I made this little makeshift trellis so I could kind of like clamp the stem onto it. And I don't know. What y'all think? I like it. You know, I think it was creative and a nice, cool way to display your Hoya. But this is a propagation from the Hoya macrophylla. And I've had this propagation probably like maybe 2.5 years. And when I started it off, it literally started off with 2 leaves that are no longer part of this plant because they eventually I think died and fell off, but still beautiful. Let's see. My next plant is going to be my Hoya Collection. Not quite sure if a lot of people in the plant community are a fan of this plant, but I do love it. I love the small daintiness of leaves. That's the cool part about Hoyas. So many different shapes and sizes, you guys. And look at that speckling on there. It's beautiful. And it's really taken off for me this growing season as far as the trail. So I'm super excited to actually get a long vine of this going. But yeah, the Hoya Collection. Y'all let me know if y'all have this part of your collection or if you even like this plant. My next one is one of my wish list plants for this year that I had got, and this was sold to me as the Hoya Sarawak. I hope that's it. When I brought this plant, you guys, I only had 2 leaves, so far under my care, and I only had this for a few months now, and it's grown 3 leaves. This is the newest leaf, you guys. It haven't even hardened off yet, and this leaf grew for me as well as this leaf. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm hoping that the leaves can size up and potentially at least get this size, because that's what really drew me to the Sarawak. I just love that plate-like look that the leaves gives. So I'm just more impressed by the leaf size. I'm not sure if it's, I'm not even looking forward or anticipating this plant blooming. It just growing for me is rewarding enough, because I heard that this plant can be a slow grower. I'm not sure, but so far so good. It's been growing, and I never changed the planting medium that it came in, and it looks like it's in a very airy mix. It's like you got cocoa chips. It's more like a lot of different a lot of cocoa chips and perlite. I don't even think it's any soil in here, but whatever planting medium, and I will pay attention to this whenever I decide to repot this whenever, and I will try my best to actually mimic it, because I want this plant to thrive. This plant right here, see if I can pick it up, is my Hoya Tribbiana. Ooh. This thing is getting top heavy. I really love this plant because the leaves are so elongated, and I honestly think of peppers of some form when I look at this plant. Look, you guys, it is. And this one is another one that did not grow for me at all throughout the winter, which is understandable. But I had it in my sunroom, and it didn't show any signs of growth. But this is one of the plants that I actually have outside, and since I've done that, you guys, it's starting to take off. So let me just show you these leaves right here. They haven't even hardened off yet. It's like the newest leaf, and I'm gonna bring it on down because I have it on this. I like doing my own trellis designs, and it's little baby leaves actually growing right there. And look at this, the stems is just growing, and this stem is meeting it. This one is also taken off a bit and started growing, as well as this baby leaf here. So I really love this plant. Like I said, it reminds me of some peppers in a field or something, but this is the Hoya Trubiana. Let me show y'all this one. I'm all over the place with these Hoyas, guys. Let me start over here. This is my Hoya Abavada. I am in love with this plant. Another plant that I put outside, even though this one, believe it or not, when I brought it, it was literally probably down to here. I haven't had it for a year yet. I'm almost going on a year. But since it's been in my care, you guys, this thing has been growing nonstop, even throughout the winter. So I put it outside now, and it's still continuously started. It started growing, and then it stopped growing. And now in the growing season, I put it outside. It kind of like gave it a boost of energy that it needed to actually start putting out leaves. And so now, as you can see, you see the small leaves growing right here, and there's also some small growth points right here. But I am really loving this plant. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's also some leaves growing down here. So yeah, I can't wait for it to actually fill this part up. That's very pretty, I think. Next, I'm gonna show you guys is one of my newer acquired plants. Haven't had it too long. I don't even know if I've had it for 6 months yet. But this is my Hoya Kintiana. I've been wanting one of these plants for a long time, you guys. Extremely hard to find. I think I got this from the Plant Vine, ordered it online, but I just love the way that it looks. It just reminds me of a bunch of string beans. It's so funny how when I look at some of these plants, my mind instantly goes to food, but that's what I do. So, but look how full it is. I hope I'm able to maintain the integrity of this plant, the fullness of it, and I can't wait for it to start to trail. It is starting to show some signs because it wasn't even, this part right here wasn't even there. It was more or less all close to the pot. So, you know, I know I'm just gonna have to be patient with this, but I love the color of it. It's just absolutely amazing. Now, of course, I showed you the Kintiana, so I have to show y'all my Hoya Wyetii, the variegated version. And I showed y'all guys this, and I showed you that it was blooming. Since then, the blooms have opened up, some of them anyway. This plant, guys, is absolutely amazing to me. I love it so much. And the blooms are funky looking. Look at that. Love it. That one's opened up too. And I do have two other, they haven't, it's the formation of it, and then it's like this little baby batuncle. But I am just, look at that. It's beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. Show you another Hoya that I've had in my collection for quite some time, if I can get to it. Jeez. Okay, this is my oldest one, my Hoya pubicalis. I've had this plant for almost going on 3 years now, and it is growing nicely. I had this plant initially in my bedroom, but I wanted it to grow a little bit more, so I swapped it out and put the Crinkle 8 in its place in my bedroom that I just showed y'all. And look at this, I need to wrap this around this trellis. Let me see if I can do that now. And I have it hanging in here on my macrame hanger in the sunroom, and it's just starting to rejuvenate itself, or starting to really take off. So it's just been growing out the tendrils, which, you know, after that comes the leaves. But I love this pubicalis. Like I said, it's one of my oldest Hoyas. Very beautiful. I love the shape of the leaf. You know, some people say Hoya, they think Hoyas are plain, but I don't see how. The foliage on these Hoyas is just beautiful. Now I'm going to show you the other one that I have, my other pubic calyx, the one that I actually put outside. And this was, let me see, golly. Wait a minute, guys. These vines are starting to connect with one another. This was sold to me. Well, this is the Hoya pubic calyx speckled, and it does have more speckling on it than my regular pubic calyx. You could barely see the speckling on my regular pubic calyx, but this one is really, you can really see it. And like I said, it's really nice and beautiful and red growing in. I think that's absolutely stunning. Can't wait to actually see the blooms on either one of these Hoyas one day. Okay, here's my other one. I couldn't take it out the macrame hanger because it would just been a little bit too challenging. This thing is growing wild, you guys. It's my Hoya Diptera. Actually, you know, and this is a plain Jane. I guess if someone was to categorize it because it don't have any color, but you know, I really love this. Like, gotta be like one of my favorite ones, even because it's plain. But I love the shape of the leaves. The leaves feel nice and waxy, and they're very shiny. But this thing is grown. Look at that. It's growing wild, you guys. I have it hanging on a wall over there right by my window here in the sunroom, and man, it love it for days. And I'm not even going to put it on a trellis. The tendrils has been reaching out for and trying to connect itself on other plants, but guys, look at that. I love this plant. It's just, I don't know, it really speaks to me, and I don't know why. It's just green, and I just love foliage, so I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all that way? Okay. Next Hoya is my Hoya Incressida seedling. This is another one that I had outside, you guys. Look at this plant. It is stunningly beautiful. I love the way that it's growing on this trellis. You can't even see my face. That's how nice and full it is. And it is flowering as well. Did that open up? I think, I don't know. Maybe one might have opened up. I don't know. I have it right here. It's like, and this is what, I don't know, this, can you see that green in the back? This peduncle. That's what it starts out like. It starts out green, and then it starts turning into, as it gets greener, and then it turns into a yellow color, and then they start to open up. But it's only just one leaf that kind of opened up. And this is another one right here, you guys, that kind of like hasn't opened up yet. So I'm just super excited. And there's little small peduncles right here as well. So it is really, honestly, I put it outside, you guys, and it really started, a lot of the peduncles on here really took off. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. I just love this Incressida. I love it so much that I had to get the variegated one, and let me show y'all that one. This is the Hoya Incressida variegata. Small. It's not that small now, but I brought a 2-inch planter, which is still in this original planter. I put it outside, you guys, and it has been taking off. Look at this leaf. Isn't that a beautiful color? Oh my goodness. Look at that. These are the leaves that's grown outside since it's been outside. This is a new leaf as well. It hasn't even hardened up yet, so I don't even know if it's finished actually getting its full size. And I mean, I just love the variation of, I have like this, it's so top heavy in this 2-inch planter. I had to put it in here, and also so that it wouldn't tip over, I had to put like a stone pebble in it to kind of like weigh it down. That's how top heavy it is, and I didn't want it to fall over the thing. But look at that, you guys. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. So the variegated version of the Hoya cressida. Another plant that has taken off since I've put outside and is traditionally a slow grower is my Hoya Hindu rope. I can honestly say that I have seen a change in the size of it. This part right here particularly is really blossomed, and I don't even remember actually this stem right here. So this stem, I think, literally came out of nowhere. As you can see, it's little leaves forming right here. So I'm finally glad that it is taking off. I knew that when I brought this small one, I really wanted a big full one, you guys, but even now, I don't even know, the prices are still up there for me in regards to this plant. So that's why I got a small specimen. And I'm a patient person, and sometimes, the joy is actually in growing the plant to what it actually can become, at least for me. Let's see. My next one, this one I'm trying to save because I was having some problems out of it. And my Hoya numerarioides, this is what's left of it, you guys. I'm trying my best. I don't know, this Hoya just not seem to do well in my care. I have it literally sitting at the window now. I had to start over with this plant. I was just too scared that all of it was going to die. It was extremely small specimen anyway because this plant was expensive, honestly, or a little bit above my price range. I put it like that because, but I love it because it has like a fuzzy top and a smooth backing. Y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all have this plant in the collection, and I hope that I am able to get it to grow. I was thinking about cutting it again and propagating this and kind of like just re-rooting this and putting it in here. I may just go ahead and do it. I know right now if I'm going to do it now would be the time to, so we'll see about that. This is another, I have another Hoya that is a little challenging for me. Give me a second. Hoya's everywhere, you guys. This is my Hoya. What is this? What are you? What are you? My Hoya Lucanera. And I'm struggling with this plant. It looks nice now, but when I brought this plant, it was actually way bigger and fuller than what you see right here. It was actually in a 6-inch planter, and I don't know, the leaves was drying out. I was losing leaves left and right, and then I think I may be on to it. I believe this plant needs a little bit more water than my other Hoyas. This plant does not want to be dried out. So because the leaves are dainty, they're waxy still, but they are a little bit thinner than what you would say a traditional Hoya to be. And so I decided to put it in this self-watering pot. As you can see, it's no water in it at all. And what I decided to do, because I'm a little sketchy on this, I didn't want to kill the plant. I never fill it up all the way to the top because I do want to have some kind of control of moisture. So right now I know that it doesn't have any water in here, but the soil is really like moist. And so I want to leave it like this for a while. So it's going to probably be a couple of days, you guys, before I put some more water in the reservoir. I've been doing it that way. I brought it into the sunroom because this was another plant that I had, I think, sitting in my bedroom, and it wasn't doing well at all. So I knew for a fact that even though it is a thinner leaf Hoya, that this Hoya definitely needs more light, and so I brought it in here. And so far so good. I think maintaining the watering for this plant is the key. I don't know, I'm still weighing it out, but so far I haven't lost any leaves since I've changed that. Okay, my next plant, actually let me start with this one. This is my Hoya, oh man, this thing is heavy, Australis Fuzzy Back is the name. And I love this plant because the leaves aren't too big, and I love the way that it's growing around this trellis, you guys. It's like a very whimsical feel for me. You know, I like jungle vibes, but I also like whimsical vibes as well, if that makes sense. And I just recently put this clamp on because it was vine was growing wild, and I just had it wrapped around, and I brought it back down here, and it has like these baby leaves. And also, don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, I have this beautiful leaf that grew, but I also have, let's see, this beautiful, you see that beautiful red leaf? This is another one that's outside as well, and it's been growing real well. I love the feel, the fuzziness of the backs and the waxiness on the top of the leaf. I think it's very beautiful. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Now, speaking of Hoya australis, guess you can't have the fuzzy back without having Lisa. And let me show you her. And here she is. And I believe another Lisa told me they put theirs outside. And I learned from you guys as well, and I've just started putting her outside. And I want to see exactly what other beautiful sun stress I can get from her, even though I was satisfied with this beautiful color. This just started growing. It was only a little bit, but then when I put it outside, it kind of like shot up tremendously. But these are the newer leaves, and I mean, you know, I'm a sucker for the red backs and then the pink tops. I don't know what it is, and it's so weird because my favorite color is blue, so I don't know, but I just love, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Got it in this, the planter that I made, remember that, you guys? And I think it plays off of it well. Okay. Now I'm going to show you my Hoya. Trying to get these plants, you guys, without damaging another can be challenging in itself. But this is my fungi. I always be forgetting the name of this. And y'all have seen me already with this fungi. I love this plant, absolutely love it, love it, love it. It's loving life right now. It's loving whatever I'm doing, because the blooms, it keeps blooming for me, you guys, and is amazing. I have several peduncles on here, and I'm having like bloom. It hasn't opened up yet, but this bloom right here, and I'm hoping I'll be able to show y'all. Y'all see that? These blooms. It's two clusters actually, one here and one here. And let me see. Let's see, this one may have started trying to open up. You see that? Yeah, and this one hasn't opened up yet. But I'm super excited. Let me see. Because I've been smelling my blooms, and some of the blooms don't really be having a smell to me. And I think it's maybe because it's outside. I don't know if that's the case. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's beautiful. The veination of the leaves. Then, you know, the blooms are just white. It's like bridal bouquet type style vibes to me. Some kind of absolutely gorgeous. Love it. One of my favorite plants for sure. I'm canvassing the area before. Okay, I think I have just a couple of more left. Oh, this one, I can't remember the name, you guys. I almost want to say Hoya parasita. It's some species, you guys. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of this. But I got it because I did love the shape of the leaves. And it's like a subtle speckledness. You see the darkness of the leaf and how the speckle. These are the newest leaves, by the way. And look at this tendril. It is just... And this one is another one. I have it actually hanging on the wall back here. And it's been reaching out, trying to connect itself to one of my other plants over here. And it's just getting light from the window and some off light from my Sancy light that's behind me. But it's been doing a heck of a job, and I am loving it. And it's starting to vine down, which is cool. I think this is another plant that I got from the plant farm, which, by the way, I gotta say, they do their plants are really, really healthy in my personal opinion. The only downside to it, and it's not on the company itself, I think it's more just the shipping um, is expensive to me. But the plants are beautiful nonetheless. Their plants are reasonably priced, I think. It's just the shipping cost is what kills it for me. So you got to really have, I think, a nice good budget if you want to get some plants, order online from them. Now, if you happen to live in Spokane, Washington, then by all means, go there, please, because their plants are super amazing. Love it. Beautiful. Next one. I just recently showed y'all this one, but I promised I was going to show y'all my entire collection. So, this is my Hoya Collection. It's labeled as the Eskimo, but I guess the silver. Look at that. I love silver leaves as well. And the cool part about it is I put it by the window, and then all of a sudden it just shot out, and it's actually pushing itself up against the window. And in the midst of it doing that, it's starting to grow these little, see them little points? They're actually little baby leaves, and this is a baby leaf right here. Super cool. I can't wait for this vine to actually grow down. This is another plant that's been on my wish list. I was only able to afford a small specimen of this because the price range for a bigger pot was just a little bit too pricey for me, but I'm just satisfied nonetheless. It's still a beautiful plant. It plays off well in this little pot planter that I got. Gorgeous. And speaking of Crowiana, I'm going to just put this one on the floor for now. I have the black one, and I love this plant. So this is the Hoya Collection black one, and this one has also bloomed for me a few times. And this one, I really love the bloom, the way the blooms look on here. They look like actual little dainty flowers. Let me see, I don't even know. Okay, so this one is growing inside, and I think because it is inside, I'm able to actually smell the fragrance. It's a beautiful floral scent. But, you know, really, whatever that fragrance is, you guys, honestly, it could probably be marketed as a perfume for real, honestly. But look at that. I just love, like I said, the daintiness of the leaves. I love that beautiful speckling, the black. And like I said, this plant, even though it's a small specimen, this has got to be like the 4th or 5th time it's bloomed for me since I've had it, which is amazing. My next one, which is, of course, all these plants that I've been showing y'all, with the exception of the Parasita, are plants that I had outside. And of course, y'all already know that. Y'all seen me go over my plants outside. But this is my Hoya Sunrise that I am loving. The sun stress on this baby. Man, oh man. With the color it's giving me, this baby is growing out every growing season. I'm just loving the color. And this is in a 2-inch planter as well. I had to put it in a heavy bottom because it's starting to get top heavy and tipping over as well. But guys, isn't it absolutely gorgeous? I think it's beautiful. And then I think I have one last video. Yes, this has been a long one. So if you're still hanging in there with me, thank you so much. I hope that you are still hanging in there with me. Last one, but equally important, one of my favorites, one of my wish list ones, and this is my Hoya Matilde. You guys, I love this plant so much. Been wanting one forever. I couldn't believe I finally came across one that I could afford. So I was really appreciative of that. I instantly started putting it outside just to promote more growth, and it has started to grow some. As you can see, it's shooting out these vines, and it also has little baby, I don't know if y'all can see, baby leaves right here. So I'm super excited. It looks great in this pot that I made, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So that pretty much wraps it up. If you made it to the end of this video, you watched this entire video, send me an emoji of a round of applause or something for you. Basically, it's going to be a round of applause for you because you stuck in it with me this long just to see my entire collection. Let me know if you have any of these Hoyas in your collection, or which ones that you may not have and still on your wish list, or let me know which wish list Hoyas you do still want, because I do believe there are a couple that I still want on and to add in my collection. But yeah, not to hold it up any longer, this wraps up the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found it entertaining. Push those thumbs ups, you guys. Keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do, you love listening to planty things, like, subscribe, and share. Like I said, I can't say it enough. Push those thumbs up to help support my channel. I appreciate that. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world, you guys. And until next time, much love. Bye.